Good morning. Hey, this is your host, Jeff Ski Kinsey at fastchargeenergy.com. And it is another great day. How do I know that? Because I call those things that be not as though they were. Okay? I have no idea what today holds, and neither do you. But I'm going to call it the way I see them. And it's a little thing called manifestation. Okay? It is well. Probably my 3 favorite words in the whole Bible. It is well. Okay? Tell yourself that. Got some situations? It is well. Got some challenges? Yeah. Okay? So that's your Monday morning moment of Zen on a Tuesday. So what's that got to do with fast charging and EVs? A lot. Hey, we're excited. We're rolling out Rhino Island Media. Now, this is a different kind of company, a different kind of adventure from me. This is based on a pull distribution model. Okay, what's that even mean? Well, in the world of the theory of constraints, the work of the late Dr. Ellie Goldratt, which is actually a law, it's a law. Every business is constrained by but one weakest link. And the lean model, the Toyota production system, also has a pull model. So to clarify, by pull we mean the demand actually creates the flow of goods or services. For example, the grocery store. Now, the story goes that one of the 2 forefathers of the Toyota production system was in America and was mesmerized by the idea of the shopping cart in the process for buying groceries. So you grab a cart, you drive around the store, and you find stuff that's of interest to you or necessity, and you put it in the cart. Okay, that's pull. You're pulling it off of the shelf. Oversimplified explanation, sure. Okay, but you're not paying for it. It's a free podcast. Okay. Versus a push model is where, let's say, General Motors makes a bunch of cars and pushes them out to the dealers, and the dealers are under some sort of obligation to take them, okay? And so there they sit. Now, that hasn't happened for a number of years because of a lot of factors, but you can still find examples where the entities, the businesses, are pushing their goods out, saying, hey, this is what you ought to have. And that's where advertising comes in. Hey, I got this and you ought to have it. Okay? The difference being, in a pull situation, you call up the manufacturer or the store and you say, hey, do you have any X? I'm looking for X. And you shop around for it. Okay? Pull versus push. Huge difference in the leadership, in the management, in the strategy, tactics, and processes of businesses, whether they use pull or push models. I like, in the manufacturing world, I've worked a lot with B2Bs, business-to-business environments, where I promote and I get excited about this thing called made to order versus made to stock. Okay, an example might be WD-40, one of the greatest marketing stories ever. Okay, that's a made-to-stock proposition. I would believe so. It's also a continuous manufacturing process, so might be some tweaks in there. But they project there's going to be so much demand for WD-40, and so they produce it, and then they get it around the country, and you go in the store and buy it. Okay, made-to-order, like we used in the custom motorcycle business back when I was in that business back in 04, 05. Okay, we made to order. You want a custom motorcycle, you tell us how you want it. We build it to your specifications, to your order. Much, much better. In fact, Ellie Schragenheim, one of Goldratt's good friends and colleagues, and one of my friends and colleagues, Bill Detmer, wrote this book called Manufacturing at Warp Speed. And it was based on the made-to-order approach. Okay, got an order, build it. Okay, that's pull distribution at its best. I'm not even going to make it until you order it. Yes, I have to have some inventory because I'm going to take some number of stock parts and make a custom bike. But I'm getting off in the weeds here. We're excited about Rhino Island Media launching the business and this concept we're calling the Purple Pool Paradigm. P cubed, okay? Purple, for a lot of reasons, based on my Purple Curve Effect book and methodology processes based on Goldrat's theory of constraints. Okay, pool because we think there's a mechanism here to actually create great results when the customer demands you supply a need, and then it's a paradigm. It's a paradigm shift. Okay, right now, advertising is pushing these messages at you at warp speed, so to speak. Okay, and you're deflecting them, right? And they're bouncing off into the weeds and the hills and whatever. Okay, what if we used a pool model, and in particular hospitality businesses that want first mover advantage say, hey, I'd like to be a destination for all these EVs out there, especially today Teslas, because with their supercharger network, they can pretty much get anywhere in the country, if not the world, relatively easy compared to a non-Tesla without the supercharger network, without those high-speed chargers. Hey, I could go on and on. If you're in hospitality and you want to understand this EV, I call it revolution, disruption that's coming, you want to be among the first movers in that space, let me tell you about the Purple Pool Paradigm.